You've worked so hard today. The day just flew by, didn't it? Now take a moment to pause and let everything go. Tonight, we'll read Joshua chapters 16 through 20 together. Listen slowly, comfortably. The allotment for the descendants of Joseph began at the Jordan, east of the springs of Jericho, went up from Jericho through the hill country to Bethel, and continued from Bethel to Luz, crossed over to the territory of the Arkites in Ataroth, descended westward to the territory of the Japhletites as far as the region of Lower Beth Horon and on to Gezer, ending at the sea. So the descendants of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim received their inheritance. This was the territory of the tribe of Ephraim, clan by clan. The eastern boundary of their inheritance went from Ataroth-Adar to Upper Beth Horon, and continued to the Mediterranean Sea. From Mikmethath on the north, it curved eastward to Tanath-Shiloh and continued past it to Genoa on the east. Then it went down from Genoa to Ataroth and Nera, touched Jericho and came out at the Jordan. From Tappuah, the boundary went west to the Kanah ravine and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Ephraim, clan by clan. It also included towns and their villages that were set aside for Ephraim within the inheritance of the Manassites. They did not dislodge the Canaanites living in Gezer. To this day, the Canaanites live among the people of Ephraim, but are required to do forced labor. This was the allotment for the tribe of Manasseh as the firstborn of Joseph. Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh and father of Gilead, who was a great warrior, had been given Gilead and Bashan. So the allotment was for the rest of the descendants of Manasseh, according to their clans, for the descendants of Abiezer, Helek, Asriel, Shechem, Hepher, and Shemitah. These were the male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph, by their clans. Now Zelophehad, son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but only daughters, whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They approached Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our relatives." So Joshua gave them an inheritance along with the relatives of their father's brothers, as the Lord had commanded. Manasseh's allotment consisted of 10 tracts of land besides Gilead and Bashan across the Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among the sons. The land of Gilead belonged to the rest of the descendants of Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh extended from Asher to Mikmethath east of Shechem. The border then went south to the inhabitants of En-Tappuah. The land of Tappuah belonged to Manasseh, but Tappuah itself, on the border of Manasseh, belonged to the tribe of Ephraim. Then the border continued down to the Kanah ravine. East of the ravine, there were towns belonging to Ephraim, though lying among Manasseh's towns. The border of Manasseh went along the north side of the ravine and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. On the south, the land belonged to Ephraim, on the north to Manasseh. The Mediterranean Sea was its border. To the north was Asher, and to the east was Issachar. Within Issachar and Asher, Manasseh also had Beth-Shan, Ibleam, and the people of Dor, Endor, Tanakh, and Megiddo, together with their surrounding settlements and 3 hill country regions. Yet the Manassites were not able to occupy these towns, for the Canaanites were determined to live in that region. However, when the Israelites grew stronger, they subjected the Canaanites to forced labor but never drove them out completely. The people of Joseph said to Joshua, "Why have you given us only one allotment and one portion for an inheritance? We are a numerous people, and the Lord has blessed us abundantly." "If you are so numerous," Joshua answered, "and if the hill country of Ephraim is too small for you, go up into the forest and clear ground for yourselves there in the land of the Perizzites and Rephites." The people of Joseph replied, "The hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who live in the plain have iron chariots, both those in Beth-shan and its settlements, and those in the valley of Jezreel." But Joshua said to the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh, "You are numerous and very powerful. You will have not only one allotment, but the forested hill country as well. Clear it, and its farthest limits will be yours. Though the Canaanites have iron chariots and are strong, you can drive them out." The whole assembly of the Israelites gathered at Shiloh and set up the tent of meeting there. The land was subdued before them. There were still 7 Israelite tribes who had not yet received their inheritance. So Joshua said to the Israelites, "How long will you wait before you begin to take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given you? Appoint 3 men from each tribe. I will send them out to make a survey of the land and to draw up a map of it according to the inheritance of each tribe. Then they will return to me. They are to divide it into 7 parts. Judah will remain in its territory to the south, and the tribes of Joseph in their territory to the north. After you have drawn up the map of the 7 parts of the land, bring it to me here, and I will cast lots for you in the presence of the Lord our God. The Levites, however, do not get a portion among you, because the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. And Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh have already received their inheritance on the east side of the Jordan, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them. As the men started on their way to map out the land, Joshua instructed them, "Go and make a survey of the land and map it out, and return to me here. Then I will cast lots for you in the presence of the Lord in Shiloh." So the men left and went through the land and mapped it out by towns in a book. Then they returned to Joshua at the camp in Shiloh. Joshua then cast lots for them in Shiloh in the presence of the Lord, and there he distributed the land to the Israelites according to their tribal divisions. The lot came up for the tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan. Their allotted territory lay between the tribes of Judah and Joseph. On the north, the boundary began at the Jordan, went up to the slopes of Jericho on the north, then westward through the hill country to the wilderness of Beth-aven. From there, it crossed to the south slope of Luz, that is Bethel, and went down to Ataroth-Adar on the hill south of lower Beth-horon. From the hill facing Beth-horon on the west, the boundary turned south toward Kiriath-baal, that is Kiriath-Jearim, a town of the people of Judah. This was the western boundary. The southern boundary began at the outskirts of Kiriath-Jearim on the west, and went to the spring of the waters of Nephtoah. The boundary then went down to the foot of the hill facing the valley of Ben Hinnom, north of the valley of Rephaim, It continued down the Hinnom Valley along the southern slope of the Jebusite city and on to En Rogel. From there it curved north and went to En Shemesh, continuing to Geliloth, which faces the pass of Adumim, and then down to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. It continued to the northern slope of Beth Arabah and on down into the Arabah. It then went to the northern slope of Beth Hoglah and came out at the northern bay of the Dead Sea, at the mouth of the Jordan. This was the southern boundary. The eastern boundary was the Jordan. These were the boundaries that defined the inheritance of the Benjamites for their clans. The towns of the tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan, were Jericho, Beth Hoglah, Emek Keziz, Beth Arabah, Zemaraim, Bethel, Avim, Parah, Ophrah, Kepharammoni, Ophni, and Gaba, 12 towns and their villages. Gibeon, Ramah, Beeroth, Mizpah, Kephirah, Mozah, Rechem, Irpeel, Taralah, Zelah, Haleph, Jebusite city, that is, Jerusalem, Gibeah, and Kiriath, 14 towns and their villages. This was the inheritance of Benjamin for its clans. The second lot came out for the tribe of Simeon according to its clans. Their inheritance was within the territory of Judah. It included Beersheba or Sheba, Moladah, Hazar Shual, Bala, Ezem, Eltolad, Betul, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susah, Beth Lebaoth, and Sheruhen, 13 towns and their villages, Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Ashan, 4 towns and their villages, and all the villages around these towns as far as Baalath Beer, Ramah of the Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Simeon, clan by clan. The inheritance of the Simeonites was taken from the territory of Judah, because Judah's portion was more than they needed. So the Simeonites received their inheritance within the territory of Judah. The third lot came up for Zebulun according to its clans. The boundary of their inheritance went as far as Serid. From there it turned west, toward Maralah, went to Dabasheth, and on to the ravine near Jokneam. From Sarid it turned east toward the sunrise to the territory of Kisloth Tabor, and went on to Dabarath and up to Japhia. Then it continued east to Gath Hefer and Eth Kazan, and came out at Rimmon, turning toward Neah. There the boundary went around on the north to Hanathon, and ended at the valley of Iftah El. Included were Katath, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem. There were 12 towns and their villages. These were the towns and their villages allotted to the tribe of Zebulun, clan by clan. The fourth lot came out for Issachar according to its clans. Their territory included Jezreel, Kesaloth, Shunem, Haparaim, Shion, Anaharath, Rabbath, Kishion, Ebez, Rameth, and Ganim, and Haddah, and Beth Pazes. The boundary touched Tabor, Shahazuma, and Beth Shemesh, and ended at the Jordan. There were 16 towns and their villages. These were the towns and their villages allotted to the tribe of Issachar, clan by clan. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of Asher according to its clans. Their territory included Helkath, Hali, Beton, Akshaph, Elimelech, Amad, and Mishal. On the west, the boundary touched Carmel and Shihor Libnath. It then turned east toward Beth Dagon, past Zebulun and the valley of Iftah El, and went north to Beth Emek and Neel. then over to Kabul on the left. It continued to Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, and Cana, as far as Greater Sidon. Then it turned toward Ramah and went to the fortified city of Tyre, turned toward Hosa, and came out at the Mediterranean Sea in the region of Akzib, Ummah, Aphek, and Rehob. There were 22 towns and their villages. These were the towns and their villages allotted to the tribe of Asher, clan by clan. The sixth lot came out for the tribe of Naphtali, according to its clans. Their boundary went from Heleph, from the large tree in Zananim, passing Adami Nekeb and Jabneel, as far as Lakum, and ended at the Jordan. The boundary turned west to Aznoth Tabor and went from there to Hukok. It touched Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and the Jordan on the east. The fortified towns were Ziddim, Zer, Hamath, Rakath, Kinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Edrei, and Hazor, Iron, Migdal-El, Horem, Beth-Anath, and Beth-Shemesh. There were 19 towns and their villages. These were the towns and their villages allotted to the tribe of Naphtali, clan by clan. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of Dan according to its clans. The territory of their inheritance included Zorah, Eshtaol, Ir-Shemesh, Shalabin, Aijalon, Ithla, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Balath, Jehud, Beneberak, Gathrimmon, Mejarkan, and Rakan, with the area along the coast of Joppa. But the Danites had difficulty taking possession of their territory, so they went up and attacked Leshem, captured it, and put it to the sword. They took it over and settled there, calling it Dan after their ancestor Dan. These were the towns and their villages allotted to the tribe of Dan, clan by clan. When the Israelites finished dividing the land by lot and allotting it to the tribes, they gave Joshua son of Nun an inheritance among them. By the Lord's command, they gave him the town he asked for Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. He rebuilt the town and settled there. These are the inheritances that Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the tribal clans of Israel, distributed by lot at Shiloh in the presence of the Lord at the entrance to the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing the land. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge, as I instructed you through Moses, so that anyone who kills a person accidentally and unintentionally may flee there and find refuge from the avenger of blood. When they flee to one of these cities, they are to stand in the entrance of the city gate and state their case before the elders of that city. Then the elders are to take them into their city and give them a place to live among them. If the avenger of blood pursues them, the elders must not surrender the one who committed manslaughter, because that person killed a neighbor unintentionally and without malice aforethought. They are to stay in that city until they have stood trial before the assembly and until the death of the high priest who is serving at that time. Then they may go back to their own home in the town from which they fled." So they set apart Kadesh and Galilee in the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is, Hebron in the hill country of Judah, east of the Jordan, across from Jericho. They designated Bezer in the wilderness on the plateau in the tribe of Reuben, Ramoth in Gilead in the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan in the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities designated for all the Israelites and for the foreigners residing among them, so that anyone who killed a person accidentally could flee there and not be killed by the avenger of blood prior to standing trial before the assembly. Tonight we read Joshua chapter 16 through 20 together. Land was distributed to Ephraim and Manasseh, then to the remaining 7 tribes, and Joshua himself received his inheritance. And cities of refuge were established for those who accidentally killed someone. God is both just and abundantly merciful. He provides a place of refuge when we make mistakes and gives each person what they need. You've done so well today. Rest peacefully now. Sleep well, sweet dreams.
When the battles faded and the dust slowly settled upon the land, the Lord began to speak again, not with thunder but with care. Every tribe stood waiting as the borders were gently drawn, not by chance, not by pride, but by the promise once spoken. Fields were named, valleys remembered, futures quietly unfolded. Even unfinished ground was held within His patient grace. He saw the work still waiting in the hands of His children, and He did not turn away from what was not yet complete. The land was divided, but His love remained undivided. Each step forward carried mercy beneath tired feet. Then the cities of refuge were lifted like open arms, a place where fear could run and not be turned away, where justice walks slowly, guided by compassion, where a broken moment did not define a life forever. God made room for mercy in the middle of the law. He remembered the fragile heart hiding behind mistakes. He called safety holy and protection righteous. He named love as the keeper of every soul. If you feel unfinished, He still calls you chosen. If you feel surrounded, He has made a place for you. No boundary can limit the reach of His care. No past can silence the promise He speaks from generation to generation. His love does not fade, it does not hurry, and it does not forget. Rest now inside the land He prepared. Breathe within the mercy He designed. You are seen, you are known, you are held, even here, even now, even still. The Lord who assigns your place walks beside you. heavier than my steps.
I carried fear I did not know how to name.
Still the road opened before us.
The land felt promised, yet unfinished inside.
The silence taught me patience instead of shame.
God was still speaking in the waiting. When the lines were drawn,
I feared being left out.
when the work remained, I doubted my strength.
But His love did not measure our worth.
He made a place
Even for trembling hearts, I ran toward mercy when my past chased me.
I found refuge where judgment could not reach.
The city gates stood open in grace.
Love stood guard where fear once lived.
Justice moved gently under God's hand. Compassion breathed between every law.
He protected life with holy care. If you are afraid, there is refuge for you. If you are tired, there is rest for you. If you are broken, there is love for you.
No past is stronger than His mercy.
No wound is deeper than His voice.
You are still called His own.
Stay here where mercy waits.
Remain here where love speaks.
This ground is not against you.
It was prepared with you in mind.
God walks with you through every season.
God stays with you through every breath.
And God has always loved you.
When the battles faded and the dust slowly settled upon the land, the Lord began to speak again, not with thunder, but with care. Every tribe stood waiting as the borders were gently drawn, not by chance, not by pride, but by the promise once spoken. Fields were named, valleys remembered, futures quietly unfolded. Even unfinished ground was held within His patient grace. He saw the work still waiting in the hands of His children, and He did not turn away from what was not yet complete. The land was divided, but His love remained undivided. Each step forward carried mercy beneath tired feet. The cities of refuge were lifted like open arms, a place where fear could run and not be turned away, where place for you. No boundary can limit the reach of His care. No past can silence the promise He speaks. From generation to generation, His love does not fade. It does not hurry, and it does not forget. Rest now inside the land He prepared. Breathe within the mercy He designed. You are seen, you are known, you are held. Even here, even now, even still, the Lord who assigns your place walks beside you, and He has always loved you.
I walked with questions heavier than my steps.
I carried fear I did not know how to name.
Still the road opened before us.
The land felt promised, yet unfinished inside.
The silence taught me patience instead of shame.
God was still speaking in the waiting.
When the lines were drawn, I feared being left out.
When the work remained,
I doubted my strength. But His love did not measure our worth. He made a place even for trembling hearts. I ran toward mercy when my past chased me.
I found refuge where judgment could not reach.
The city gates stood open in grace.
Love stood guard where fear once lived.
Justice moved gently under God's hand. Compassion breathed between every law.
He protected life with holy care.
If you are afraid, there is refuge for you. If you are tired, there is rest for you. If you are broken, there is love for you. No past is stronger than His mercy.
No wound is deeper than His voice.
You are still called His own.
Stay here where mercy waits.
To remain here where love speaks.
This ground is not against you.
It was prepared with you
In mind,
God walks with you through every season.
God stays with you through every breath.
And God has all